Nation, let's
yeah, I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas, I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas, I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters.
I'm from the city of Sac, rapping silver and black. Word of honcho, give me the strap. The realest is back. Stupid chop with something silly attached. Eye for an eye, fuck it man, give me a patch. I'm a Raider, Oakland, LA, Vegas, Jalen, Kenyon, Jacobs, Regis. Man, bread dog, we litty. The shine with the speed, Edwards with the 50-50. Yeah, this that silver and black field. Abram in the box, I'm Merrick in the backfield.
Yo, shout out to the nation, man. Shout out to everybody already in the building. I see my bro Thor in the building, man. David Kellenberger, what's good, King? Isaac, Tony Delgado, Sam Tonka, what's good, my guys? Raven Riley, I am the Bay, Balboa, LV Maximus, Mount Shieldmore's Private Security, Thick Frame E, Cavante, what's good, my guy? You already know Hammer, man, little bro in the building, Big Shane. Let's go, man. Philip Vargas, make it happen. 1786. True Raider Way. What's really good? I see my boy Gabriel Ramirez in the building as well. Imagine Wagons, Wild Turkey. Everybody here rocking with me. I appreciate you, nephew. I see you, Prezzies in the building. Everybody on Facebook and Twitter watching. If you guys want to get some questions in, jump over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, and I will try my best to get everyone's comments in today. Real quick, I want to ask everybody, where are you at today? What city and state are you representing? Please let me know in the comments section before we get to talking this shit. Shout out to my brother Jamal, man. What's up to one of the GOATs of Raiders Talk? My brother, I appreciate you, King. As always, Coffee and Convo, the latest installment. Y'all know what it is, man. I see my guys, Indio, California, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I got Iowa in the building. Sac in the building. Let's go. Denver's in the building. Oakland's in the building. Okay, I got a lot of Sacramento in the building, man. My hometown. Let's go. Let's go. San Diego, LA, Napa, Surprise, Arizona, Fredericksburg, Virginia, Lancaster, the desert, man. Southern California. Love your show. Appreciate you, Richard. Buckeye, Arizona, Vallejo. We all over the place, man. This is why we are called the nation, because we are all across the board with it, man. Shout out to Joel Mack Road. Come on, man. Come on, man. You see that South Sacramento? You know, I grew up on Mack Road, man. Del Paso's in the building. Shout out to the deepest parts of hell. For those who know, they know. Yeah, man. It was a lot to talk about, you guys. We're going to talk about Carson Palmer's interview here shortly. I know a lot of people, this kind of snuck under the radar a little bit. I don't see anybody else speaking about it. But we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Denzel Good. You know, I did a quick live yesterday kind of breaking the news, but I haven't got a chance to really break it down. You know what I mean? Make it happen. I grew up in the G as well. I grew up when the G was the G, though. You know what I'm saying? When they had the candy house. You know what I mean? I used to go to all the candy houses, the brick side and the other side. But I digress. We're going to talk about Denzel Good's retirement, abrupt retirement, the state of our offensive line. I know a lot of people are freaking out right now about this O-line, but I have a really bold prediction. And for those who follow me on Twitter, I already put it up there. I have a bold take for our offensive line. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too worried about our O-line. I actually think that moving forward, and I know you guys are gonna trip out on me, I think it's a strength on this team. I think it's a strength. And we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna break it down, man. I'm only 26, Docs. Dad would know, he grew up in Valley High. I guarantee I probably came up with your pops then, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the donut shop on Center and Mac. You know what I mean? I used to get to it over there. Look out for Parham or Cotton to make a huge jump. You know, hey, a lot of people are buying the Lester Cotton hype. I don't know, me personally, if I'm there yet. You know what I mean? I'm a guy that you got to prove it to me. You got to show me for me to believe in it, right? I'm not really sold on the whole Lester Cotton talk yet, but I am sold on Dylan Parham. Going back and watching his tape at Memphis in college, this guy was man. You know what I mean? And maybe, just maybe, we move him to right tackle. Look, John Simpson, is a lot of great talk about him as well over at left guard. I don't think we move him, you guys. I think that we keep him at left guard. I think we keep him at left guard. Colton, you know what? Let's just get straight to the talk. Let's talk O-line. What is all your guys' O-line? You're starting O-line right now. You're starting O-line. From mine, from left to right side, Colton Miller, John Simpson, Andre James. At right tackle, Dylan Parham takes that step as a rookie, starts at right guard. We got Leatherwood at right tackle. What do y'all think about that, man? That's my O-line. Unless, the Lester Cotton hype is real and he takes that right guard spot, I'm cool with it as long as he can show improve. I do not want Leatherwood to move from right tackle. I know that he's been kind of all over the place, and he can play guard, he can play tackle. Keep him at tackle. That's what I want. I'm not against having a Alabama right side with Cotton and Leatherwood, but I believe in Dylan Parham way more. And if you can push him in at right guard immediately, I'm here for it. I'm telling y'all now, man, Parham will be a dog, you guys, for years to come. There was a lot of great players on the board when we drafted Dylan Parham out of Memphis, and there's a reason why we took him. Illuminor is still out there. You know what I mean? This is a guy that, if Cotton and Parham aren't ready to go, I can see Illuminor. He has, he's a veteran. He started for New England before. You know what I mean? Carmen and Josh McDaniels, they're very familiar with this work because they coached him. I'm not, maybe Jermaine Illuminor takes that right guard spot. I don't know. But right now I got Parham at the right guard position and I have Leatherwood at right tackle. Shout out to my brother Jamal, man. Miller, Simpson, James, Parham, Leatherwood. There you go, King. We speak in the same language, my brother. Miller, Parham, James, Illuminor, Leatherwood. I'm not against that as well. Untouchable. To be honest with you, if I had to pick another, you know what? I don't know if Parham takes John Simpson's job. I don't know. I don't think that happens. I think John Simpson, look, there's a reason why they said this was the strongest O-lineman that we had on the roster a year or two ago. You know what I mean? The guy is strong, and we are changing our scheme, you guys. And I think with Carmen Brasillo here, he's going to play to all these guys' strengths. You know what I mean? I think John Simpson's going to have a hell of a year for us this year. And I'm not a huge fan of John Simpson. You guys know I have flamethrowed John Simpson many times on this channel. Many times. But I think with this new coaching staff, I think that John Simpson can thrive at left guard for us. Shout out to Matt, man. Right tackle, Parker. Oh, shit. Okay. Right guard, Cotton, James, Simpson, Miller. I'm very nervous, Matt, if that is our right side. If that's how we're starting our offensive line on the right side, I'll be very, very nervous, man. Parker and Cotton. I think that Parker belongs on the left side. And what I mean by that is not starting, but backing up Colton Miller. I think that Brandon Parker is a clear left tackle in the NFL. And I think, with him behind Colton Miller, I think that's where he needs to be. I know they're saying that Brandon Parker looks pretty good out there so far as well. But you guys, there's no pads on. There's nothing going on yet. Nothing's going on yet. So don't buy too much of the hype that's coming out of camp. Lester Cotton is killing it. Leatherwood is killing it. I even heard people saying that Deron Harmon is out there killing it. The pads have not come on yet. When the pads come on, that's when real football is played. Until then, it is two-hand touch, you guys. This is flag football at its finest. Until the pads come on, you don't really see what the hell is going on. Flag football, two-hand touch football. When the pads come on, that's what separates the men from the boys. Shout out to my dog, Jacob, man. I don't know if you've talked about it before, but what do you think would be a bust for our season? AFC Championship or Super Bowl or bust? I'll tell you this. I've said this before. A bust is not making the playoffs. A bust is making the playoffs and not winning a game. Being successful is winning a playoff game. That is mandatory this season, you guys. We need to win a playoff game. That shows that we're moving forward in our progression. But I'm going to be honest. I think we kind of sped up the process with going out and get Davante Adams and Chandler Jones and then the draft that we had as well. I think we sped the process up. I think we need to win a few playoff games. I believe that we can get to the Super Bowl. Yes, I said it. I don't care. It is what it is. But a bust is not making the playoffs. Successful is winning a playoff game. We got to get DC to have one of those under his belt, because the difference, I don't know, who has played before, but when you win a game, a playoff game, I played baseball for 14, 15 years, play basketball, football. When you win a playoff game, or you win like when you're in TOC in baseball or all-star game, when you win one of those games, you hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hold on to that. Like, you want that feeling again. And DC needs to get to that point where he wins a playoff game and he smells blood. He smells blood, because at that point, once you win one, you want it again. You know what I mean? There's a reason why Tom Brady won so many rings, because he's hungry. He knows that feeling and he wants it again. We need to get DC to win a playoff game. Point blank, period, the end. That's what we need to do this season. So there we go. Shout out to my people in the building, man. Sam says playoff win is the ultimate courage, confidence booster. Facts. You know what I mean? But let me say this, though. We also have some players on this team, you guys, that are sick of just winning playoff games, right? You know what I mean? Chandler Jones has been there and done that. Davante Adams has gotten to the NFC Championship many times. These guys are sick of just winning playoff games. They're not coming over to Las Vegas to win a playoff game. That, to them, that's not success. Davante wants a Super Bowl. He has been this close many times and just never got there. We got players on this roster that have been there and done that. Deron Harmon has been there and done that. Davante, been there, done that. Chandler Jones, been there, done that. It's time to win a chip. That's it. Point blank, period. The end. I don't think Davante Adams will be excited at all winning a playoff game. Watts, this is facts, brother. We help the process by re-signing key players. Facts. And while we're talking about, DC, the playoffs and all that good stuff, I'll bring this up, you guys, real quick. Shout out to Mad Dog Radio. They just had Carson Palmer on there, former Bengal, former Arizona Cardinal, former Raider, USC guy. They had him on, and they asked him about Derek Carr. And this is what Carson Palmer said about Derek Carr, you guys. If Derek Carr plays an entire season the way he played the first 4 games of last season, they will win the Super Bowl. Let me repeat that. Carson Palmer says if Derek Carr plays an entire season the way he played the first 4 games, not home games, of last season, they will win the Super Bowl. He's talking about the Baltimore game. He's talking about the Pittsburgh game, talking about the Miami game. What was the other game that we won? Was it Denver? I believe it was Denver, right? Was it Denver? Well, whatever. We won the first 4 games last year. Carson. Let's be honest. But this is it, though. DC did that at a time where we had no run game. I don't know if you guys remember last year. It seems like a blur because of all the chaotic shit that happened last year. The first 4 weeks of the season, DC played like an MVP with no run game and the O-line playing like ass, right? We can all agree on that, right? Because you guys know how critical I am of DC. The first 4 weeks, I said DC is playing like a GOAT right now. A GOAT. Yes, if he can play like that, if he can play out of his mind like those first 4 weeks, yes, we can win a Super Bowl. But can you sustain that kind of success when your run game is not going or your O-line is underperforming? No, not at all. So for DC and our team to get those 4 wins with no run game, the run game was non-existent. I think that Peyton Barber was the only guy that had 100 yards, and that was against Miami. He had like 140 all-purpose yards. I think it was like 110 on the ground and like 30 or something in the air. But yes, our run game was non-existent. The O-line, Andre James was snapping the ball over DC's head. It seems like every goddamn play, right? But we can't do that We can't. That type of success is not sustainable if our O-line is not holding up and if our run game is non-existent. Do I think that our O-line is going to be better? Yes, I just said it. And I have a bold take, you guys. I don't care what anyone says. I'm sticking to this. We will have a top 10 O-line this upcoming season. Go ahead. Kill me in the comment section, you guys. Kill me. Go ahead and kill me, man. I'm here for it. Shoot me down. Bap. Shoot me down. Top 10 O-line this upcoming season. I believe in Carmen Bracillo. I believe in him. There's a reason why we're not going out, you guys, and getting Darrell Williams and all these other guys. I believe that he loves what he has. You know what I mean? For him to reach out to Tom Cable and pick his brain about his former O-line, that lets me know that he was trying to figure out their strengths, their weaknesses, and trying to go off of that. I believe with all the due diligence that Carmen Bracillo has done and with all the guys that he brought in the draft, you know, Dylan Parham, I love Mumford at Ohio State. I know he might not be ready this season, you know, but for the future. We got Bam undrafted out of Utah. But I will say this, with what we have right now, I believe we have a top 10 O-line because of Carmen Bracillo, because of how hard Leatherwood has worked in the offseason. If you see his body, this guy is put the work in. He has heard all of the shit that we've talked about Leatherwood. He's heard it. He's heard all of it. And he wants all the smoke. With us hearing about Lester Cotton, you know, stepping it up with no pads. I got to say that again. But that's a great sign for people to say that Andre James is out there looking really good and ready to take that next step in his development is great. Colton Miller is going to be a Pro Bowler this year, you guys. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. Mark my words. Pro Bowler on the left side. You know what I mean? And then John Simpson, another year in his development. I believe this is going to be a top 10 O-line. And not just because of how they perform also, but because, you know, Josh McDaniels is going to have certain times where he has DC get rid of the ball fast as shit. The run game is going to spark this season. That's going to help, right? With Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake healthy and back at camp. With Zeus, I know he has not been out there yet. I don't know, you guys, if he's dealing with some type of minor lingering injury, but he should be out there soon. But Brandon Bolden, I love that we went and got him for third down situations. Like, I like Bolden. I'm a fan of him. I think this whole line is going to be cool. I'm not saying phenomenal. I'm not saying they're going to be great. I'm going to say they're going to be really good. Rick Grimes, fuck you. How about that, man? Shout out to my brother Rick. Jamal, Carr was on MVP pace before Ruggs situation. This is facts. This is facts. Definitely, brother. The game changed once we lost our speedster. This is facts. Once again, RIP to Tina. Let me see. Who you think is going to be better for us, offensive line or defensive line, and any surprise starters? This is going to be shocking to you guys. I'm going with the O-line. I'm nervous about the defensive tackle position. We have the best duo with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, but I'm still nervous about the interior. At this point, Jorge, I'm going with the O-line. I have this weird feeling that if Bilal Nichols is not ready to go, if some of these guys on the defensive line, if Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell aren't ready to go, I can see Petco starting here and there. I can see us using more and more of like the Vernon Butlers of the world and the Andrew Billings, in which I don't think a few of these guys will even make the team. But I'm nervous, man. We don't really have a clear-cut starting defensive tackle outside of Bilal Nichols. Not one. Not one. I like Vickers. To me, he's not a starter in the NFL. Maybe if we move Klee to the interior and play him more and more there, cool. But even up to this point, Klee has not shown that he can be a starter thus far in the league. I'm kind of nervous about the interior, man. I'm really, 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 really nervous. So I'm going to go O-line, my brother. I don't think there's really any surprise starters on the O-line. I think if anybody, it's going to be Lester Cotton, which everybody's talking about. Maybe even Jermaine Illuminor. I think those are two names to keep an eye on as surprise starters. But at the defensive line, surprising, it would be Petco. Let me see. Kyle says, how does Tyler Lancaster fit, Docs? Look, I watched some Tyler Lancaster film. I'm not going to act like I broke down a lot of it to the, you know what I mean? Like to the eighth power. I haven't done that. Me personally, I'm not really that big of a fan of Tyler Lancaster. I know that, I believe Andy said, you know, he liked this game. I got to still do more homework, do more due diligence on Tyler Lancaster. But until then, he's Tyler Lancaster. You know what I'm saying? He's not anyone that I'm looking at as a situation where it's like, oh my God, like we got Tyler Lancaster. And you got to show me something, man. You got to show me something. So until then, Kyle, he's Tyler Lancaster, someone that may not even make the roster. Let me see. We need to bring in Sue. Yeah, at this point, man, I think with Sue looking like Sue is one of those guys, right? Where, and I don't even like talking about Sue anymore because we've done a million videos on him. He's a very smart individual. He's a very smart businessman. He sees that Bilal Nichols is on the pup list. He sees that Jonathan Hankins is on the pup list. So what Sue is going to do is going to say, Raiders, okay, cool. I want to be over there. I would love to be over there. But guess what? I need an extra $2 million because he knows that we're in need of a defensive tackle right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just real shit. Like, he's going to use that, you know what I mean, as a bargaining chip. Oh, you guys got 2 starters. You know what I mean? Well, potential starters with Jonathan Hankins and Bilal Nichols. He's going to use that. He's going to use that. You know what I mean? So at this point, man, look, we bring in Sue, great. But if not, it's because he's probably asking for an astronomical number at this point. Shout out to my dog, Raider Casper, man. What about Jordan Meredith? I don't know anything about the man, to be honest. And there's not really anything to know about him, Casper, to be real. He's, if anything, to me, a practice squad guy. At best, a rotational piece, I guess. Jordan Meredith, to me, is not. Look, we brought him back because Denzel Good retired. That's it. Keep an eye on Alex Bars, though, you guys. Alex Barr. Chicago Bears. This guy is very versatile as well. He can play all across the O-line. Maybe, just maybe, because of Denzel Good retiring, Alex Barr makes the roster because of, you know, his versatility. I know Carmen Bracillo loves versatility. So, you know, I'm looking at it like that. Shout out to AC. Say you right, Docs. Sue is a prostitute. You got to pay him. And I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him. At this point, get your bag, man. Get your bag. Shout out to Marcus. What's good, King? Rocket Sin locking up out there per Levi Edwards. I love it. I love it. Shit, man. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Rocket Sin is out there like he built like a damn running back, bro. He's out there looking like a runner. He out there looking like baby Graphk. You know what I'm saying? He out there looking like baby Graphk. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Sean, he definitely is, bro. Facts. Shout out to Chaos. What's good, King? Marcus, basically what I'll repeat it one more time. Carson Palmer came out on, I think, Mad Dog Radio or some shit like that. And he basically said that, you know, if DC plays out of his mind like he did the first 4 weeks of last season, we'll win the Super Bowl. And I basically said that, you know, you can't sustain that kind of success if your O-line and your run game doesn't hold up. Last year, we won 4 games with the O-line playing like shit and non-existent run game. You know what I mean? So if we can keep those, you know, those 2 units moving smoothly, I'm here for it. I think that we can. You know what I mean? But we have to make sure the O-line holds up and the run game gets going. And I think that Josh McDaniels knows that. You know what I mean? Nah, man. Hey, it's rock your graph, man. Rock your graph, man. Rock your graph, man. Echo, Honcho is okay, man. He's out there living his life, taking care of his family and working. He's a head coach for a successful high school out there in the New Jersey area. He's doing fine, brother. He'll be back soon. He'll be back when the season hits. Right now, he's taking care of his family and coaching, his first love. You know what I mean? He's all right. He's okay. Right away, we here, bro. Coffee and Convo, King. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to become a member, hit the link up top. This season, there's going to be a lot of new things for membership, guys. So if you want to become a member, there's going to be a lot of perks, a lot of exclusive perks this upcoming season. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to Kyle, man. Great show the other night with Agent Paul. Paul is my guy. I'm actually going to church with him this Sunday, man. Good guy. I get to meet some of the guys in his circle. I'm looking forward to the future of building with my boy Paul, man. He's a good guy, man. Good guy. If you guys didn't get a chance to check that show out, definitely go over and check out the live. Me and Wasted killed that interview as well, as always, but he smoked that shit. Shout out to my brother Wasted, man. Let me see. Dox is the channel, Graphk is the man, pet peeves. Shout out to you, Big Shane, my dog. Hey, Dox, do you think Rod is going to be a good head coach in Vegas? What do you mean? Julio, what you mean? Rod? What are we talking about? Have you seen all the rotating on the line in practice? Yeah, chaos, and I love it. 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 I'm here for it. Press conference live. Oh, the XFL. Okay. So who Rob Woodson got the job? But chaos, I have seen it, and I love it, man. Carmen's trying to fit the pieces to the puzzle. He's trying to see, is Leatherwood going to be better at guard or at tackle? You know what I mean? Can Jermaine Illuminor come in and start at tackle or start at guard? Is Dylan Parham going to start at guard, or will he take Andre James' position at center? There's a lot of moving parts. This is the time of the year to make sure you see where everybody's strengths are and put them in play to be successful. So I'm here for it. Adrian, Dox, what do you expect from Kenyon? I expect Kenyon Drake to be Kenyon Drake, my brother. You know what I mean? I don't expect him to have like this crazy breakout season. Where it's a running back by committee. What I want to see from Drake is to be way more active in the passing game. That's what I want to see from Kenyon Drake. I want to see him way more active in the passing game than he was last season. We did not utilize him at all. Gruden did such a disservice to Kenyon Drake last year outside of that Denver Broncos game. I want to see him more active in the passing game. I think Rob Woodson is a legend, and if he is an XFL head coach, he's gonna take that team to a championship. That's what I feel like. I feel like that. Rob Woodson is that great, and I think that he'll take that team to a championship, and hopefully one day get another job in the NFL. Shout out to my brother Jose, man. Morning, Docs. Just wanted to pop in and say what's up. Had to have emergency gallbladder surgery the other day, but had to check in and say and see what the GOAT had to say. Man, my brother, man, it's good to see you here and healed up, King. Prayers to you, my brother. Shout out to my dog Jose. It's always great to see you in the building, my brother. And hey, I'll be in Vegas in a few weeks as well, man. So stay tuned for that, man. I'm gonna let all my people know. I'm gonna try and do like some type of like cigar lounge kind of situation where everybody can meet up out there when I touch down. Shout out to my brother Jose, man. Let me see. Shout out to my dog, Ghost Sniper. Y'all follow, hit the like to our fellow brother Docs. The squad made great content, and hit the like and hit them subs. Shout out to my dog. And I know Ghost Sniper got a YouTube channel as well, right? And a Twitch. So you guys make sure you go follow one of our brothers, man. One of our Raider brothers. Raider Alex, I'm here for it, man. I'm hearing that Tyron Johnson is out there looking good. I like that Josh McDaniels spoke highly of him, but he also said, we all know he's fast, but we want to make sure that we can get the best out of him in every part of the game. Did y'all see what he said about Tyron Johnson? He pretty much said, we know you're fast. We know he's fast, but we want to unlock, more out of his game. And right now it sounds like he's killing it. But once again, the pads ain't on yet. So, we don't know. Tyron Johnson may not even make the roster. I hope he does, because I feel like we're still lacking that speedster. I know Keelan Cole, his game speed is totally different than what, people look at, but I hope that Tyron Johnson makes this roster. Let me see. Yeah, facts, Orange County. Kenyon will have a good year under McDaniel's scheme, a lot of screen passes, and that's what I was speaking about in the passing game. I want to see more of that. Definitely want to see more of that. Just the same, we're working on it, King. My wife has been looking every day for homes out in the Dallas area, in the Las Vegas area, so stay tuned for that, my brother. We are looking daily. It will be happening shortly. I didn't see what the GOAT said about DJ Turner, but I'm also hearing great things about DJ Turner out there at camp. I didn't hear what he said, but I'm hearing that he looks really, really good. Didn't Turner catch a nice little TD the other day as well? I'm hearing good things about Turner. undrafted guy out of Pittsburgh, can return kicks, can play receiver. I'm here for it. I still think that at best, DJ Turner will be a practice squad guy. At best. That's what I'm looking at it as. Previous regime, he'll get all the opportunities in the world to shine, but I still think he'll be more of a practice squad kind of guy. Adams said he's very impressed with DJ Turner. Hey, now coming from Devontae Adams, that says a lot. Shit. That's what's up. What's our return game looking like? We can't have Renfrow. I don't think Renfrow is going to be back there at all. I think we know how valuable he is, and there's no way in hell you just throw him out there to return punts. There's no way. I think that's going to be like a Tyron Johnson. It's going to be potentially Kenyon Drake if he's, ready to go from that broken ankle. There's going to be other guys that can return. DJ Turner if he makes the roster. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other guys that can return kicks. I think that the days of Renfrow running out there during special teams are over. Let me see. Shout out to Jack. What's the deal on Quinn? I don't know. I know that he's holding out. He wants a nice check. I know the Chicago supposedly are running around the league trying to see what they can get for Robert Quinn. He's coming off an 18.5 sack season, but he's also up there in age, you guys. I think he's like 31, 32 years old. We can't afford him. That's pretty much the deal on Robert Quinn, my brother. We can't afford him. At this point, we still have to pay Waller. We got other guys in-house that there's going to be one of these fifth-year option guys, maybe even two of them that need to get paid next season, maybe if they show out. You know what I'm saying? So, there's no Robert Quinn in our near future. I'll tell you that. Let me see. Shout out to everybody here in the building. The A's are 4-1 against the Astros. Yeah, but we're still terrible, Casper. We're still terrible, man. I think we still have like the worst record in the league. I know we're on a nice little run right now, but we're terrible, bro. We're terrible. I'm looking forward to next season already, man. But it's always great to beat Houston. I'll tell you that. Dox, shout out to my brother repping for life, man, my guy. Dox, you think they're going to give the starters a snap or two? No, not at all. I don't see one starter out there during the Hall of Fame game at all. I don't. Keep all your major pieces on the sideline and don't even play with it. See what these young pups can do. You'll see a few of these receivers out there. You may see Tyron Johnson. You may even see, they're saying that Mac Hollins has been looking really good as well. But you're just going to see a DJ Turner. You're going to see these young guys. Stoner, if he's ready to go. You're going to see these young pups. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason at all to put those guys out there for that. That's another reason why I'm kind of second guessing going out to Ohio for that game, because I don't want to go out there and just watch a bunch of third or fourth string guys. Yes, G King, that will definitely be a part of me and my brothers Built Different podcast moving forward. Definitely going to do way more hip hop shows. And we got a bunch of hip hop guests that we're talking about getting on as well. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to my boy G King, man. Shout out to Pastor Raider. The A's aren't terrible. The owners are. This is facts. We know this. 8 more days until Raiders football. Shout out to my dog, Jesse Montez. I can't wait. Shout out to Kenna, man. I feel there's a big need at DB. Do you see the Raiders going after anyone? I feel like we can use some depth at the corner position. I think Rocky Sin is out there balling. I've heard good things about Anthony Averett. Don't know when Mullen's going to return. I want to see what the meat can do once the pads come on. But yeah, I would definitely go out and get another DB. I know people aren't a fan of Kevin King. He hasn't really been great since he's been in the NFL, but I would go out there and give him a chance. He's 27 years old, or maybe even go out and get a veteran, Xavier Rhodes or Joe Hayden. I don't know. But at this point, I would choose Kevin King because of the youth, 27. I don't want to take reps away from these young guys. Shout out to my boy Jose once again, man. Sorry, Docs, don't know if you mentioned it, but do you prefer Cotton or Parham? Parham, 10 times out of 10. Parham is my guy. I think that he's going to be a future Pro Bowl guy in this league. I do. I think he's that good. Cotton is somebody I have to see it to believe. He's been a Raider since 2018, 2019, and he really hasn't even gotten a chance to be on the field yet. And the thing I'm nervous about Cotton is the O-line was ass a lot of last season, and he still couldn't get on the field. So that's why I'm questioning Lester Cotton, right? And all this hype built up around him. It's like you couldn't even get on the field last year when the O-line was playing like dog shit. So, I'm taking part here, my brother. Shout out to Jose, as always, on the donation in the comment, my brother. Let me see. Unless Parham can show he is not a liability. Perriman isn't a liability in coverage. I don't see him getting an extension. And at this point in his career, I don't see Perriman getting better in coverage. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is who he is at this point. What is he, 29, 30 years old? He is who he is. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you, brother. I was a huge advocate for not giving him an extension. He has to earn it. Let him play out this year. If he balls out, give him another year or two. Cool. Or 2-year contract, second-year team option. You know what I mean? But show us this shit. Show us that you can do the same thing that you did last year in a new system. And then maybe we can revisit that. But me personally, I'm not giving him an extension. I know he's a great teammate, great captain out there on the field. But me personally, you got to show me that you can replicate what you did last year in order to get a contract extension, especially at your age. Let me see. Great take on Doc. Great take, Docs, on Cotton. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Let me see. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Jeremy had a pick in practice. Definitely stay hydrated. This is facts. Raider Jack, no. Ever in life, never. I hope that answered your question, my brother. Never. Never again. I hope I'm wrong, Julio. I hope you're right, King. I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right. 11 picks, though. Go Sniper. I hope, King. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, brother. I am here for it. I hope so. Like, I'm a Raider, man, so I definitely got us winning the division. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Have you decided which games you're going to? I'm still waiting. Still waiting for a call about Las Vegas. So we got something in the works. I'm still waiting on something. So I'm still waiting on which games I'm going to go to, my brother. But on the road, definitely looking at New Orleans. I'll be there. Tennessee, I'm going to that game. And potentially Kansas City Monday night, I think. And I'm still looking at Seattle as well. Those are the 4 road games that I'm looking at. Let me see. Mike Down says, Docs, if Carolina cuts Sam Darnold after the season, would you want him to be a backup for the Raiders next year? I think he'd be solid. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. I'm not a big USC guy, especially with quarterbacks. Hold on, you guys. Is the presser on? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. No, I'm not against that. I would love to have
a game to you. Is it still just something that's not a job?
Brandon Bolden, you guys.
Oh, it's still a game. I mean, it's very serious because, yes, it is a job. This is the only thing I have to do. It's not like as a kid, you got to go to school. You got to make sure you got good grades. And then you get to go have fun with your friends. This is wake up, go to meetings, go out, laugh, joke around, try to keep things light.
Stay tuned, Jose.
It is camp. And once the pads start coming on and we start to stack those days, come the dog days. And so that's when no one wants to joke around and laugh anymore because everybody's dog tired. So to try to keep everybody's spirits up, try to keep everything light, keep everything moving. That's something that I've had vets do for me as a younger player, and I'm just trying to keep that flame going.
How much have you been able to help teach the scheme to players because you've played in it?
Facts, Pace.
Just help anybody, any questions they may or may not have, even if I don't have the answer right away, I'll go find the answer for them. But, I'm here because, I know the system. I'm here to help everyone out because I know the system. And, there isn't an answer I can't give or find out for any of my teammates.
What have you seen kind of from the development of the offensive line in front of you? Obviously, no pads yet, but just how they're coming on.
From the offseason to camp, it's going to be a grind with a new system, new players and everything else. So as for me in particular, I'm learning each of my linemen
Facts, Payson,
individually and then as a group.
Bolden, like he smoked about
just
4 or
to
5
know
blunts.
who I'm running behind, how they like to block, their style of blocking, how they take to things, how they see things. So we try to see everything, as Coach would say, through the same eye view. So just getting to know them, getting to kind of pick their brains a little bit has been very interesting to me. Like I said, I've very rarely had offensive linemen who everybody was new to the system. So just to see how they hear things and go about everything is helping them as a player and also helping me as a player as well.
Tomorrow's Christmas with the first day of pads, 9 days away. You got the first preseason game. What's that for you?
Oh, that's New Year's, baby. We get to see some fireworks.
How excited are you for being able to have competition, even though it's preseason?
Right.
Being able to have another team in front of you guys?
I mean, like you said, we're just getting in the pads for the first time tomorrow. And so, that would be exciting. But but after the 4th or 5th time, it's like, okay, I'm tired of hitting him because I can't hit him as hard as I want to. So it'd be fun to go line it up against somebody else and, put it towards some work that all work matters, but this one actually matters because we're going against somebody else.
So it's interesting when you're talking about off the line, kind of knowing each lineman individually and how they like to block things. You kind of change what you do based on who is blocking that particular play. How hard is that to process?
Oh, it's not. Like I said, I'm kind of very familiar with the system, and we always have the saying, the high man makes the low man right. So me playing running back and being off the line of scrimmage, seeing how they see it and be able to go, I'm able to adapt. We try to tell the running backs we're like water. We just go wherever we're directed.
Brendan, any early thoughts just on Zamir White, what you think of him as a rookie and maybe some things you've seen?
Zamir's being a rookie and doing what rookies should do. He's asking questions. He's getting in his playbook. And as far as I can tell, he's doing exactly what he needs to be doing.
Any questions, guys? Good. All right.
You guys are awesome.
Real quick, man, between interviews, you guys, during the presser, I want to say, man, I know a lot of us are going to make fun of this situation. I see you, Kane Town. I wanted to talk about this. Yes, Damon Arnett got arrested, got caught twice in a matter of hours, getting pulled over, driving with a suspended license, and got caught with coke and a straw. Hey, look, at the end of the day, man, it was always, it was fun picking at him here and there. I just want to say, man, prayers up to Damon Arnett, man. I hope that this young kid can get his shit together because he is talented, man. He's very talented, but just can't get his shit together, man. But what I mean, with coke in his possession and shit like that, like now it's something you don't want to laugh about. At this point, it's like, get it together, man. So prayers go out to Damon Arnett. I know that we all can't stand him because we took him it wasn't his fault. Just like it wasn't Clee's fault that we took these guys in the first round. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, yes, he was arrested this morning, found with coke and all kind of crazy shit. I just hope and pray, man, that Damon Arnett can get his shit together and come back. And maybe maybe even full circle. Maybe he gets it together. Maybe maturation happens overnight, and he comes back and he balls out. Who's to say? I've seen weirder shit happening in the world. You know what I mean? But prayers, man, to Damon Arnett, man. I'm not even gonna laugh about the shit. To be honest, I've done a lot of skits about him and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because it was funny. I'm gonna be honest with you. You online with guns and shit. I found that shit to be hilarious. But this is a totally different situation. This man has, it looks like maybe an addiction, you know what I mean? And he's dealing with some demons that he needs some help with, man. So I just hope that everybody, man, give that man some prayers on Twitter, Instagram, wherever the hell, show him some love, man, because he definitely needs it right now, man. Real talk. Curtis Facts. That man's trying his best to go to the pen. And I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't, man. Even though maybe, just maybe, that'll wake his game up. Sometimes you need to be put in the pen or put somewhere in a fucked up predicament, man, to wake up. So I don't know. Arrested this morning, found with coke, all kind of shit. Shout out to Ryan. His head's not on right. That's dangerous youth and money. I know, Downs. It's scary, man. I think he was in Miami too. But yeah, man, we laugh a lot about certain things, but you don't play with that, man. I know I've had people die, because of drugs. I had a friend that was considered like my brother that passed away from a heroin overdose. That was like a brother to me. You know what I mean? And I couldn't even imagine me coming on here and laughing about something like that. To me, that's not anything to laugh or play with. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I got friends to this day that still deal with drug addictions, and I'm coaching them every day, trying to, what do you need from me, man? You know what I mean? I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, don't laugh at them. If anything, try encourage them. Encourage them, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, my bad, Bobby. My bad, brother. That boy's fighting demons. This is facts. And, you know, I think it'd be a lot easier for him to battle them with people like us to be in his corner and say, hey, brother, you're going to be okay. Pick him up. Pick him up, man. Don't just kick him while he's down. Pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick his ass up, man. There's no reason why to just keep kicking him while he's down, bro. Like, if anything, man, DM him. Hit him up and tell him, man, like, you're going to be good. You're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that shit, man. I hate that people really kick motherfuckers while they're down. That lets me know that a lot of people really haven't been through nothing. You know what I mean? When people do that kind of shit, in my head, it shows me that you really haven't been through too much. You know what I mean? Hearing about Arnett again, should have talked DW. What you mean, Kenneth? I don't know what you're trying to say, my brother. Shout out to Kenneth, though, my Sacramento brother. On some real shit, my brother is doing the same shit right now. So I get it. Yeah, man. My brother right now, my blood brother, is living on the streets, homeless in Sacramento on drugs. My brother. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I get it. And there's nothing to laugh about. And I don't even fuck with him at all. But you still never want to see something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh. You said Darren Waller. Got you, my brother. I got you, Kane. I got you, Kenna. Got you, my brother. He don't have no real ones around him. That's not even his family. Facts. He got people around him just enabling him. That's it. He just got people around him enabling him. And once that money dries up, which it probably is already almost there, all those guys that's in his corner right now will be non-existent. Tell you right now. Pharaoh, what's up, my brother? Good to see you in the building, King. I haven't seen my guy in a minute, man. Shout out to my boy Pharaoh, man. If y'all haven't subscribed to my guy yet, man, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to my brother, man. Let me see. Shout. Let me see. Pray for the kid, Rich. That's all we can ask for, bro. Let me see. I hear you, Top Beats. I hear you. Some do desire, you know, some have desire to change, others don't. But this is the thing. If people actually have people in their corner that genuinely love them, a lot of the times they may snap out of it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. If someone around me that I love that's dealing with that kind of shit that Damon Arnett's dealing with, I want to grab him the fuck up and lock him in the house and be like, you ain't going nowhere, bro. Like, simple and plain. You want to chunk him? We can chunk him all day. If you want to chunk him, we can throw the hands. Look, I'm going to put you in the basement, lock your ass up. We going to get that shit out your system, man. Point blank, period, the end. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We need more of that. You know what I mean? I get it, though. I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You know, but let me see. Mikey says, Docs, you fuck with Santa Cruz or Monterey? You fuck with, what do you mean? Either one? I fuck with Monterey more. I love Santa Cruz too, but that water dirty as shit. Monterey, definitely. I love Monterey. Uplifted my brother. Don't condone him. This is facts. Yeah, Top Beats, it sucks, man. It sucks. Appreciate you, brother. Let me see. Hopefully he can turn his life around before it's too late. There you go, King. There you go. They're taking hella long on these interviews once again. How we still got Divine Diablo, you guys, Brandon Parker, and Colton Miller. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, please hit that subscribe button. That's real love. Facts. Shout out to my brother Maul, man. Nothing to laugh at. My pops was the same way. Pray for that young man. My pops was too. Facts. Facts. Spoke meth my whole life. That's why he wasn't around. I get it. I get it, man. And drugs is that shit real. That shit real, man. Thank God I never got into none of that shit. Thank God. Let me see. Out the mall, man. I'm praying for your pops as well, family. Let me see. Shout out to everybody, man, telling their stories as well, man, in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Orange, I said it already, my brother. You probably missed it. I got on the right side at this point, Dylan Parham and Alex Leatherwood. That's what I got. I'll be doing a pregame on Andy's channel and an actual live stream during the game if I don't make it down to Jacksonville. I might be down there, but if I'm not, I'll be doing a live stream as well. Rod Gas. To be honest, brother, I kind of said it already. To be real, my brother, like, don't mess with it. I like what we got going on. I like what we got going on. Like Colton, John Simpson, Andre James, Dylan Parham, Alex Leatherwood. It's all good, Orange County. It's all good, my brother. Let me see. Paul said that Tyron Johnson had highlight play of today's practice. There we go. I love it. I love it, man. Shout out to Jerome. Docs, who is going to be our number 2 receiver? I mean, look, I hate to sound like try to go politically correct, but it's Waller and Renfro, right? Like that's really one of those guys are really our number 2 receiver. I know it's a slot guy and a tight end, but like, to be honest, I don't want to say Matt Collins is wide receiver 2 or Tyron Johnson or Keelan Cole. I don't want to go that route. I'm going to say we have wide receiver 1 through 3, and that's Devontae, Waller, and Renfro. After that, it's kind of like just, whatever happens at that point. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I don't know yet. I do not know yet, but I will make sure to keep y'all posted. Pastor Raider, man, that's beautiful, King. I love it, my brother. Damn, Chris Carson retired from Seattle, huh? He said, I'm getting up out of there, man. He was like, shit, this team is terrible. Usually stars are the ones who are on the podium. Simpson spoke last week and Parker is speaking today. That's not true. That's not true. I mean, I get it. You want most of the starters to talk, but I'm not going to buy that, Matt. I'm not going to buy that. And shout out to Circus. He said Bam is going to be wide receiver 2. Fucking hilarious, bro. Let me see. Docs, do you feel like when the players and coaches talk about accountability and responsibilities in words we haven't heard in a long time, don't you feel that this is the right direction? Bro, I've never seen us in my 38 years of life in fandom ever look like never been this excited about a coaching staff and the direction that we're going into. Like I've never been this excited ever. The closest I have has been, our Super Bowl year against Tampa Bay. We know the Tuck Rule game, Tuck Rule year. I was really excited about it. And in 2016, when we went to the playoffs when DC broke his ankle. You know what I mean? But this seems different to me from top to bottom. Even back then, I wasn't really, am I sold on Reggie McKenzie? You know what I'm saying? Or am I sold on John Gruden when he was the coach? Was I sold on Callahan? You know what I mean? I don't know. But right now, I'm sold on what we have. I think that, I'm very excited. I think that we're definitely going in the right direction. And another thing that I have to keep saying and pressing is, you guys know I'm from Northern California. It sucks because we left Oakland and we'll forever be Oakland. But I'm excited also because of the new stadium, the no state tax, and people wanting to be in Las Vegas, the cheap living. Like there's a place where actually people want to go. You know what I'm saying? People actually want to go there. You know what I mean? Because they make more money, they have a chance to win, and the price of living is there for you. So I'm excited about every single thing about this team. Every single thing. That's it. I just want DC to have one of those years. I want him to have one of those years this season. Like, that's what I want for DC, because if he doesn't live up to the expectations that we have this season, I can even see the Kardashians even going against him. You know what I mean? And that, you know, that would be crazy. So I want DC to be able to live up to the expectations this season. And do I think he will? Definitely. I definitely think Derek Carr will have a great year this season. This new regime is special, man. It is. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I said on Waste's channel yesterday. I finally can say commitment to excellence actually means something again. This is facts. Facts. Would you be opposed to? I would say this, Julio, it'd be fucking hilarious, right? With all the back and forth that, you know, Mark went through with the A's and all that shit, that would be Comedy Central if he went by the A's. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it at all. But I think if anybody does buy the A's, it's going to be, what is it, Lacob, the owner of the Golden State Warriors? I know he has an offer on the table that's been sitting there for years. So he would love to buy the A's. I just want a new ownership because I'm tired of every year just mediocrity. I'm over it. You got to start paying these guys like our Raiders did, right? Renfro gets paid, DC gets paid, Devontae gets paid, Waller's going to get paid. Like at some point, the A's got to do the same things. We just keep losing all this superstar talent year in and year out, and it fucking sucks. Facts. Hey, Ricardo, I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right, King. Freddie Raider, get out there, my brother. Get out there, man. Get out there, bro. Pastor Raider, you know what's crazy? There's individual players that make more money than the A's have in complete salary in the whole year. That's crazy. Patrick Mahomes makes more money than the A's put out there all year long. Sad. Let me see. Dolphins signed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu. Todd B says, my biggest concern this year is for the Raiders is if DC gets hurt and Leatherwood's still not ready to nail down the right side. I hear you, my brother. That definitely is a scary thing to think about because then, yeah, if DC goes down, it can get ugly. I seen some highlights of Nick Mullins yesterday at practice. He looked pretty good, but he's still Nick Mullins. You know, he's not Derek Carr. So, yes, let's just hope, knock on wood, pray to God that nothing happens with DC. But I think that Leatherwood takes the next step, man. I do, man. He wants it. You can tell he's hungry. He wants it, man. You said we do not have a decent backup. I have to disagree with you, brother. I like Nick Mullins. I think that he's a very serviceable backup quarterback. Like, definitely. Like, I think we have one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. Let me see. Who's starting? Is it? I don't know. Is it Garbers? Is it Stidham? Is it Stidham? I don't think Nick Mullins starts. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Maybe they want to see what they can do with Nick Mullins. I don't know. He's a veteran. I want to see what Stidham can do. I want to see what the young fella can do. Garbers out of Cal. That's the route I want to go. I don't want to see Mullins. You know what I mean? I know what he can do. I want to see Stidham and I want to see Garbers. He beat Joe Louis' ass. Big shade, stupid. All right, he beat the shit out of us, ENT. Like, he beat the shit out of us. That Niners and Raider game, bro. Oh, my God. With all this O-line talk, I'm going to be watching fools getting pancaked. Ryan, I'm telling you, man, y'all going to hate me for that when I say, bro, but it's going to be, we're going to have a top 10 offensive line, man. We're going to have a top 10 offensive line. I'm telling you, bro. No, I'm not going to say he's better than Mariota. Mariota, he possesses a skill set that not many guys have. You know what I mean? For him to use his legs the way he uses, Mariota is definitely a better player than Nick Mullins. But with Mariota's injury history, you know, and him going down as much as he did with us, like, man, I'll say this. I'd rather have Mariota because of the splash plays that he can make. You know what I mean? But I'm okay with Nick Mullins. Do I feel like we downgraded? Yes. But Mariota's the better quarterback. Mariota can still be a starter. Maybe a small chance. Maybe he might start in Atlanta. I don't know. Or maybe they start the young guy. I don't know. But I'll say Mariota's better. But I'm good with Nick Mullins. Let me see. Yeah, wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Let me see. They have some great tools like Marcus Allen. No more excuses. We can. Shout out to Jeffrey. Shout out to Q, man. Tyron Johnson got flagged for flexing after he beat Abram deep. Damn, still can't celebrate. Hey, man, this new regime ain't playing that shit, Q. They're not playing it. Look, man, the New England Patriots are a humble organization. You know what? You know, these guys over there, they learn to go in there, strap up your shit, go out there, win, and quietly walk off the field. I'm here for it, Q. Don't get me wrong. I love to see these guys celebrate and have fun. But at the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing. An individual play, win. I like it. I like it. And I'm not surprised that he beat Abram deep at all. My man still can't cover worth the shit. Why would you have Abram on Tyron Johnson? That speed factor and his coverage liability. Oh my God, that's spell recipe. That's a recipe for disaster right there. Perfect comment right there. Tyron deserved to get flagged. Saucing up Abram made nothing to celebrate. I would have handed the ball back to the referee and kept it moving. There you go, Nation Zone. Act like you've been there. Facts. Yeah, Top Beat. Shout out to my guy. I forgot who. Somebody sent it to me. I got the footage, actually. I got the footage. Oh, my boy Carl sent it to me. I got the footage right here. I got the footage. Never uploaded it. Totally forgot to. Shout out to my boy Carl, man. Carl Taylor, man. That's my guy. Let me see. Shout out to Jamal once again, my boy Maul. Winning should be expected, not a surprise. I love this new regime. They're building something. I'm more confident in them than Gruden and Mayock. This is facts. Facts, bro. You know what's crazy? We keep getting these reminders. You see Damon Arnett, sucks, but, he gets arrested. And you keep, it's a reminder like, damn, man, Mayock and Gruden really went and got this guy. Like, it's a reminder of how refreshing, how quiet this offseason has been, how much it's just strap your shit up, go to work. It's business as usual. Damon Arnett was a reminder to me today of how much I think we're spoiled now, Maul. Like, we're spoiled, my brother, like, for real. Quietly putting something together that's great. Shout out to 65, my boy Junior. When should we start worrying about Zamir White? Not at all. Not at all. Let's be real. I want to see Zeus out there, but we got Kenyon Drake, Josh Jacobs, and Brandon Bolden. Like, I don't even really want to see too much of Zeus this year anyway. To be honest, I don't. Like, I want to see him ball. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really think that Zamir White, being whatever's going on, I don't think that's really that bad of a thing. We have a deep running back group. Josh Jacobs is going to be the clear-cut number one. Kenyon's going to be the clear-cut number two, and I think Bolden is the clear-cut number three. So, Zeus, they're going to slowly bring him in, Junior, and I'm not really too worried about it. He's a fourth-round guy out of Georgia. We all know he had the 2 torn ACLs in years past. We're going to be very, very patient with him moving forward until, Josh, if he walks or if Kenyon walks next season, then it's a little nerve-wracking if we're really relying on Zeus to be that number one guy. Then it's like, oh, hold on. But I'm not worried about him at all. I'm not worried about him at all. I think we'll see him in preseason balling out, and we'll be cool. Shout out to Reef, my dog. Britton Brown's a sleeper. I think that Britton Brown makes the practice squad 21, and next year he may be a guy with him, Sincere, and Zeus. I want to see a young running back room. I think him, Sincere, and Zeus will be those guys. Hopefully, unless we draft a really good running back next year, which I don't think there's a reason to when we just went and got Zeus in the 4th, Britton Brown in the 7th, and Sincere undrafted. It really makes no sense. Tabi says, I agree. People think Zeus is better than Jacobs. He's not, but he'll eventually start. Yeah, we have to see him play first before we can say he's better than Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this. He's the long-term option. He's a long-term option. We're not playing a short game with Zeus. That's the cool thing about this. You know what I mean? We're not playing a short game with Zeus. We drafted him in the 4th round when running back really wasn't even a need. So you know that this coaching staff thinks highly of Zeus when you took a running back in the 4th when that really, really, really wasn't a need this season. Yeah. I guess the presser just said, fuck what we going through. That shit just disappeared. But yeah, y'all. Wanted to come shoot the shit with you guys. We're over an hour right now. Gotta go pick up my sons from summer school. Once again, you guys wiped them feet on the way out. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love every single one of you guys. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. This week, you guys, we have Jordan Schultz from ESPN on the show. He will be on later this week with me and Wasted.
Last year as the starting right tackle. What changed for you, would you say, in terms of not just starting, but holding on to that?
Couple more minutes.
It's just been a gradual kind of progression over the years. As you know, kind of took a lot of lumps my rookie year. 2nd year, didn't play a lot.
Brandon Parker, you guys.
3rd year, kind of the same thing. Just kind of learning behind the guys who were ahead of me. Then when it was my turn, kind of using what they taught me and trying to just be the best I can for my team.
I know nothing's given at all, but are you looking at yourself?
They knew I was leaving, man.
I'm literally competing every rep I get. He told us it's an outright competition. You know, we got, whether with myself, Jermaine, I mean, we got Jackson. We got a lot of good guys that could do it as well. So I don't.
Barton, Jackson.
They put me there. But that's right now, just do the best I can.
Is there an overall sense to cross the line, something to prove this year?
We kind of been kind of the butt of jokes a little bit. So we all kind of have that chip on our shoulder anyway. A lot of us, you know, Andre being undrafted, John being 3rd, Lester being undrafted. You know, Colton kind of same thing as me, started out rough. We all kind of just trying to prove, you know, to be the best we can. You know, like I said, we've been in the butt of some jokes. We see it, so.
Does that push you?
It does. It does. You know,
y'all
we see
stupid, man.
A lot of us on social media kind of affect us, but you know, it's still kind of like there's that chip on our shoulder to show that we are top dogs.
Brandon, to your credit, you did last year really step up and do a lot more. So I'm curious.
Brandon Parker, you guys.
What do you want to improve the most out of
We
your
keep forgetting that we got Tyron Wheatley Jr. too.
Way too many penalties
on the line.
Way too many false starts last year. I hurt my team in that way. And with the new staff coming in, we have a lap every false start we have, which helps kind of straighten up, you know. And then a lot of holdings, too many sacks, and a lot of that stuff just finishing that last little bit. So that's what I've been trying to focus on, just finishing with better emphasis.
Brandon, I know you're in competition with the other guys in the room, but when Richie retired, he mentioned Lester Cotton. You mentioned Lester Cotton. What have you been seeing from him, Lester?
From day one he stepped in, he's always kind of had that, you know, that that dog about him. He had to kind of shape up a little bit. He was, you know, much bigger when he came in, but he's kind of dedicated himself again. He won the award with us, that Sampson Award, for kind of being a dog in the weight room, and we expect the same mentality he has in the weight room on the field, and he's kind of just been, you know, stepping in right away.
Brandon, yesterday we got the news that Denzel Good was retiring. I know you've obviously been teammates with him for a few years. What was your initial reaction, and how do you expect it?
It's always bittersweet, man. Same thing with him, with Richie. You know, those are kind of my OGs. You know, he came in midway through my rookie year, kind of stepped in at, you know, right guard when Gabe kind of went down, and I leaned on him a little bit, kind of picking his brain. He, you know, went to war with me, and all these years he's been to war with me. He's been right by my side. So
Brandon Parker,
brother go, but I understand we can't play this game forever. Eventually, you have to transition. He just, you know, pick now the transition. So,
and on the interior, you guys have a bunch of young guys between, you know, Andre James, John Simpson, Dylan Parham, Lester Cotton, even. What have you seen from those young guys in terms of improvement so far throughout this?
It's hard to kind of pinpoint it, man. I mean, you know, we all kind of make mistakes here and there, but what I've seen is just the hunger, the willing to learn, and just they come to work every day. You know, I guess you kind of have a young body till you feel like working, which is kind of a benefit to them. But I mean, they come in right foot, left foot forward, and just keep grinding. That's all we can ask them.
Now, with the recent retirements with Richie and Denzel, I believe you're the longest tenured offensive line on the team. Do you really truly feel like you're stepping in as a leader now for this offensive line more than ever?
Yeah, I try to be that role. You know, I try to keep us going when we have those dog days at camp. You know, we feel the 100+ heat. We all do. So I kind of try to keep us positive. A lot of the guys look up to me. So I try to, you know, always be – somebody's got to be kind of the uplifting guy. I try to be that, you know, even when I'm not having my best day. Even when, you know, I might take an L here or there. You know, I try to always just throw it behind me, show that, you know, don't let the next one affect you. Don't let that play affect the next play. Just trying to be the leader. That
Mr. Take your shit.
Making a transition.
Make it mine.
Has it been subtle or drastic in terms of what you guys are doing now compared to what you have been doing?
Well, it's kind of hard to call either way. I mean, there's only so many concepts in football. I mean, it's either, you know, inside, outside zone, gap. I mean, it's multiple ways to skin a cat, but it's the same cat, you know. So a lot of it's just learning their terminology, learning how to speak their vernacular, and then translating it to the field. And then once we all buy into it, it's kind of been, you know, it's meshing together really good.
Yeah, I would say, especially for y'all in the trenches, you know, when the pass come on, it's really kind of when things really get going. Really kind of looking forward to it, just getting to compete against the line.
Man, just that first click clack, man. It's you get the butterflies like it's a game. You're like, oh man, here it comes, and then you just make that collision. And you're like, all right, let's play football, you know. And I think we all kind of, it's a little built up tension. It always is between brothers. We all want to prove we're the best on the field, so it might be a little testy, but that's a part of the game, you know. We all want to be great. And
Brandon Parker
iron sharpens
sounds
iron.
like
So
a
if they keep
veteran
pushing
now.
Greatness, we keep pushing greatness. Eventually, we'll achieve it.
He sounds more confident too.
You talked about hearing the outside noise of, you know, people talking about your room. There's so many. Everybody knows the names, Devontae and Derek, and like all these stars. And everybody says, well, if the offensive line plays well enough, that's what will drive this team. I mean, is that something you guys discussed? Do you talk about it amongst yourselves? Of maybe the
Watch,
pressure
there's
that
no
will
way
be on the
Zeus is
front?
going on a practice squad, bro. Somebody will take
him.
him.
Spring,
There's
we
no
kinda,
way.
you know, I'm not gonna say what, but somebody said they kind of have us as like the weakest link on the team, and you know, stuff like that. You can't let it control your whole like mentality, but it does kind of put a little bit more of a chip on your shoulder. If it already wasn't there, it makes it bigger, you know. Like for me, this year, I deleted my social media. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Like I just want to be with my guys, be the best I can be. You know, just within these walls, let's band together. Let's do what we got to do. So I don't know if they did, but I think we all kind of have that mentality of, man, it's just us at the end of the day. We got to be the best we can be. We'll be fine.
Was that something were you hearing a lot on social? Were you like doom scrolling and trying to take?
I wasn't seeing it a lot. Like it was not like if somebody was coming like every day, you suck. No, it wasn't like that. You know, but the one, like the couple of times you get it, and you know, fans, sometimes you'll get it after a game. You'll get the random, you suck. You know, meanwhile you're blocking a Hall of Famer who's probably might make a play here or two. You know, that's just the nature of this game. So I don't want to see that this year. You know, a lot of that is making sure they can't say that, but also if they feel like saying it, take away the way they can say it.
What do you like in this first week from the rookies and the offensive line that you've been able to be there with them?
Just everybody keeps kind of grinding through it. You know, like I said, there's been some mistakes. There's been you know, we've all kind of had that tired moment. You know, we've had 5 days straight. Yes, it was off there, but today was, you know, we're right back at it. And, you know, we came out and worked today. You know, a lot looks like a lot of guys took care of their body, did what they had to do. They came in focused, and we picked it right back up, and, you know, we're going to keep getting better.
All set? Great. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. Go check out the Divine Diablo and Colton Miller. I'm going to watch it in the car on the way to go pick up my sons. Like, once again, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Love y'all, man. I'm out of here, man. Might be back later on tonight, though.